is a modern Renaissance man.
Yeah, you really have.
You have taken on. So far, you've taken on the worlds of comedy, painting.
Beat painting.
No, not beat. Beat. Listen.
I beat it.
I cannot get.
I'm done. I got to the highest level. Retired.
That was an interesting thing because I like the way your brain works because you initially were starting. You were initially starting to say beat painting,
That's
as in the beats and painting, and then you
That's what I wanted to
decided
get
you
back to.
change it to you've beat painting.
No, I do.
Yeah, man. I have conquered painting.
Yeah.
On to the next.
But you changed it for sure. It meant one thing, and then you changed it midstream.
We don't know if we're recording. Becky still needs time.
No, we're recording.
No, we're
Every
recording.
time the numbers go.
When did she do that? I was watching her the whole time.
Becky does it on the sneak,
she
so
is
we're
the
not
best.
thrown
She's
by it.
so sneaky.
Yeah, I just want it to be natural.
Well, here's the thing. Becky's been around these cats for years. So she picked up a thing or two.
When I came in, the day you guys weren't here, I came in, she left the door open. Becky was on the ceiling, clawed the ceilings. I scared her. She jumped right up. I had to turn the fan on to get her on the floor.
we gotta start keeping a spray bottle on the table when Becky gets unruly.
I looked up at the fan as if this was a legitimate story. I go, let me look at the fan to see if it was capable of knocking Becky off the ceiling.
Can I say this? And I never looked at the fan here. It's a great fan.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Is it
apartment.
a hunter? Is it maybe a hunter? You didn't know I did work at Fortune Office. I do know high quality.
Oh, is
fans.
that a real?
Yeah, man. Of course, man. You want it? Look at that wood finish on that. That's a nice piece.
That's what I was saying. It's a beautiful ass fan.
This is the Rad Dudecast. This is episode, I believe,
695.
220.
219.
69.
This is episode 219. We're coming at you live to tape. We use tape. A lot of people don't know, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know enough about.
To Be Happy Studios. My name is Brendan Ayer. I'm here with Anthony DeVito and Greg Stone. And
I use wax. I put it on wax.
that is old, very old school. Like
Put it on wax.
Alexander Graham Bell, I believe, used to wax recordings.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought that was just talking about vinyl.
No, man, that was the original. Put him up, fucking
Put
on
it
wax.
on wax.
That was all. It all goes back to the Alexander Graham Bell.
You're a real guy who became a old school hip hop head in 1 week.
Dude, 2 documentaries, and this is what's happened. From 2001.
I still do this.
Yeah,
People don't do this anymore.
That is
Remember?
true.
I used to go. Why are people not doing this anymore? I should tell people what I'm doing. The hug yourself move.
Yeah.
The hip hop hug yourself move. You put your hands around yourself. That was big for a long
Yeah,
time.
you're right.
Put it on wax.
Hip hop in the 90s, everybody was freezing. I guess.
I think you're going a little far. I think it's more of a arms crossed. You're going all the way around.
They would go like this.
I think it's more like this.
They did do
might
that.
be right.
But they were shook. Those guys, they were too scared. They were too scared.
This guy uses shook.
Yo,
now.
man, they weren't fat. You know,
Greg
the
is-
fat dudes use them. You put it all the way down, and then you tilt your head. Put it on wax.
I don't know. Wait,
Man.
This pose. Do that pose again.
It's an
No,
audio
he's not
podcast.
doing it right.
Sure.
Take a picture so I can see, and then I'll be the judge of me.
You're you're going too far. You've gone too far.
You
You're
want your
hugging
elbow
yourself.
to be under your chin.
No, you don't. It's
All the
not,
way under and-
It's not
and line
rear
up.
naked choke style. You go like this. You go like this. It was like this, like
No.
arm on arm,
No,
or it crossed.
you
like-
don't
Yeah,
know
I
black
think
people. I know
crossed.
black people.
Wow, that's what it's come to. That's what it's. Anyway, we're here
Tremaine.
with our,
Which brings us to what we're doing on this episode.
We're
Who
here-
knows black people more?
JK.
We're here with our executive producer,
Amanda.
Becky
Oh.
Rodriguez. Who's
Blanked there.
Amanda?
I blanked.
Becky Rodriguez, the owner and proprietor of Remember to Be Happy Studios. Couple things. Obviously, first of all, it's been brought to my attention. Some of you fast forward through this part of the podcast.
Who does?
These
I don't.
fucking crumb cakes. If you fast forward, listen, if you fast forward through the business end of the podcast, you're fucking banned. So take that, because I got a new app installed where I can know if you fucking fast forward through it, and I'll come to your house
Brendan.
and I'll cut you.
You spit
Don't tell. You're fucking bad. People spit sometimes. I spit on a lady in
He's
the
got
front
a lot
row
of-
every other show.
Brendan is one of the most juiciest mouths.
I got an
Juicy
overactive
mouth.
salivatory.
I wouldn't say overactive. I'd say active enough for the perfect amount of juiciness that you need to give people.
What?
He's
Yeah,
got juicy,
that's right.
Juicy speak, I
They
call
used
it.
to say, what do you want me to do with this? I don't know where it went.
on your shirt, man.
Well, that's the thing. Kids used to make fun of me. They'd say, I asked for the news, not the weather. I said, well, you get the fucking weather. The
me tell you
news
this.
is I spit in your face, dickhead.
If I spit in your face, that's not the weather.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me disrespecting you.
Right.
Come at me. Put it on wax.
Right.
Cut you down.
Now, real quick, like I said, if you
Take it to the booth.
If you fast forward through this, your band. We got to shout out to Spinelli's Pizza.
Spinelli's
if you're
Pizza,
in,
man.
listen, they're one of our first and major sponsor, Spinelli's Pizza. They pay us
Spinelli's.
in T-shirts and stickers. I think they're only in Arizona, so really.
And I can't
Philly.
confirm that
not
they're
in Philly,
they're
yeah.
not in Philly. I've
really?
been saying for years they were.
Yeah, Chris
because
was
my
saying.
cousin is from Philly, but he moved to Arizona, to Spinelli's, Arizona. I don't know where it is. You
No,
gotta
it's in
Google
Tempe.
it. Tempe.
Yeah, yeah.
Tempe.
It's
I never-
right next to Tempe's, like a short drive from Phoenix.
Did
they're
you
very
go
close
to have
each
the
other.
pizza when you were in Tempe?
I didn't. I was never in Tempe. I was in
Jeez.
Phoenix, but then I was too busy on the day he offered. He said to come by and he'll give me some pizza.
All right.
And I couldn't get over there.
So if you're in Tempe, go to Spinelli's.
Every Rad Dude Cast fan gets extra pepperoni.
Check out while you're there. Check out Slobby Bobby's. Do you remember him?
Did you watch that show?
Yeah, great show.
Oh, I didn't know you watched it. Oh
all
my
fake.
God.
All fake.
Really?
Having worked in the world of reality TV, I will tell you this
That breaks my heart.
right now. That's almost all fake. That show.
no.
He's not fake,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that store is
He's not
fake.
CGI.
But the idea, like I can see right through the production value. You're telling me just an old lady who sells mirrors happens to have a fucking giant polo sign for sale.
Right.
Like that's totally produced.
Right.
Totally. You think Slobby Bobby is selling $11,000 pairs of the original Back to the Future Air Maxes? No. The producers borrowed those. They had a fake guy come in to say he's buying those for $11,000. All that shit, all that reality stuff.
sucks.
And you think hot girls are coming into Slobby Bobbies all day
That's a
long
good point,
to
man.
get dressed by Slobby Bobby?
That is a
He made a
very good
girl
point.
say, "This T-shirt, this will work with no pants on," and then
Yeah,
she
she
just
was-
came out like it was a dress.
That's really.
And you think that's not made up by the producers? But anyway, check out Slobby Bobby.
Can I add to that? Not only is that reality not real, our reality isn't real. The reality we
What
live
up?
in-
Let's go there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The reality we live right now. You think the news, I mean, not to say fake news, of course, but fake reality, man. Everything you say, we are constantly being controlled by the masses. Your thoughts are not your own.
Mine are.
You think.
I know.
No, man. There's no such thing as free will.
I linked in to you. There is no such thing as free will. Absolutely, you know that. You goddamn know it. My man. Ever tell you about my man? Ham Saris? Ham Saris, man. Nobody. That's a character. That's a
No.
character I got in the back burner for someday. This is so like free will and coming.
Can
or
I take a
something.
stab at who he might be?
Yeah, you could, but I probably don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
But you can say it.
No,
No,
that's all right. I don't
let
wanna
me
spoil
quick
it.
get through this.
I'm sure we'll never get
We're
to
gonna
it.
skip. We're gonna skip the. We're gonna skip.
We got to say that it is in Tempe. I have the address. 420 South Mill Avenue. Go see Spinelli's Pizza. 420, man. What's up? Funniest numbers, 69 420. End of story.
Anyway,
Greg, pre-coffee, post 2 sips of coffee. 2 vastly different people.
Really is happening. There's a man that makes the best coffee.
her name's Becky.
Shout out to
Let
Amanda.
Brendan talk for the love
Let
of
me
God.
talk for the. What do
He
you
talked
mean?
incessantly for the last 5 minutes.
What?
Wow, you always.
You can tell when Brendan
Always
gets
it
mad.
leaks out how you really feel about me.
What do you mean leaks
I
out?
talked incessantly.
I said it right to your face.
Incessantly for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, man, I love the tenor of your voice.
You know-
you're a complaint on the end of that. I'm just saying that's what you did.
This is a fun move for the listeners at home to do. If you're watching on video, you can tell when Brendan has got hot brain because his eyes get dry. Because you'll watch, he'll go. He'll just shove his hands in his eyes because they get dry. That's when you have to really strike.
Yeah, because it heats up in there and there's no more moisture.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only trying to raise funds for a man
Wow.
who is facing extreme medical difficulty.
You don't
but
even know
that's
his
fine.
name.
Yeah, I do know his name. Now listen.
Grabs his phone.
Now
No, of course he knows his name.
Grab his phone.
listen. I'll get real quick through our podcast business today because it's not
Sure.
a big deal. We have a bigger deal to push. All of our business right now is going on through Instagram for the most part. So follow us at the Rad Dudecast on Instagram. That's where we're really pushing everything. We want everything to happen there. And then, of course, the Patreon. Subscribe to the podcast, rate it, review it, all that bullshit.
Share it.
Share it. Share
Do
it. Share
not
it.
review it negatively. We have a thing I'll have to talk about when we're ready to get into the business.
Well, that's the theme of this whole episode. Is going to be
Maybe.
based. Well, here's the thing.
But we have to get into business. I have to tell people about my night.
Okay, but most importantly,
All right, man.
Well, wait, before we get in the because this is more important. I think what you're saying is more important.
Okay.
So I'd rather spend more time on that. I have a quick thing I want to say real quick.
Okay.
Which I would not be able to follow up your thing with. If you want a hat, we're selling hats. We opened them up to the Rad Dude Kid Facebook page first, Instagram second. There's only 9 left.
limited edition.
True.
And when they're gone forever.
Yeah.
If you want a Rad Dudecast hat, you have to hit me up literally as soon as you hear this message because they will be gone.
They are
Now there will be only 40 in circulation.
No. We're not telling people the numbers.
We
400.
I told people on Instagram the exact number.
I deleted that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why would you tell people?
Why
how
are people?
many?
I
because
don't-
they're limited edition. People like limited edition.
They do, but we don't want people thinking that only 40 sold. I said 400. And
Okay.
they already sold out. But only 9 left of 400.
Okay, not so.
Seems like we have a bigger fan base.
We made a modest run of. We made a modest printing run of.
we have 2,000 hats, guys.
We have 50,000 hats.
And there's
Of
only 9
those,
left.
We've sold all but 9. But
Did you tell them my new shirt?
I think it's important to mention this. So we have these limited edition hats. They look beautiful. They're these snapback hats with the Wolf logo, RDC in the sunglasses, and then the beautiful RDC script on the back. And those are $35
Shipped.
shipped.
Includes tax and
bucks,
shipping.
including shipping to the U.S.
Unless you're in Canada.
And
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're in
yeah.
Canada or Australia, that might be another issue. Now,
Or if you're in Vietnam.
now,
Why? I'm doing that. How come you have to cut me off like that? Now.
that was rude.
That was your period
That
on my
sounded
piece
rude.
when
That
I had a
sounded
lot
rude.
left.
That sounded rude, and I apologize.
Well, it wasn't really rude.
It was rude.
No, it was a
sounded
fun- it was
rude.
a fun rude.
No, because I was gonna add on to what you were saying, and then I said now.
A
But
real-
It sounded rude.
A real rude is your nipples are not shaped like normal human being nipples. You know.
Yeah.
Just moving on. It's not that rude. It's okay.
Well, I'm not moving on because what I thought was important to tack on to what you said is that being said. So we have
Wait a minute.
these-
So you are keep going now?
Yeah. What?
I wanted to finish. What I was the hat
You
thing was
did finish. You always say I cut you off, but you finished.
See, this
then
is what
I cut you
'cause
off.
This is what happens.
Then you
is
think you weren't
I
finished.
say the subject, then you say the predicate, and you go, "He's done," and I go, "You finished what I was saying."
What?
Anthony, are you following me here?
No, I zoned out for this whole thing. I'll be
Okay,
honest with you.
finish what you were saying, and then I'll say what I was going to say. See, because you were finished.
I was.
You were gonna
You
say
were finished.
No, I was finished, but you really wrapped it up.
No, I didn't wrap it up. See. This is the thing.
Uh-huh.
It's not wrapped yet.
It's
That's
not wrapped.
The thing. So I knew you were finished.
Uh-uh.
This is what happened. You don't like the tone of my voice, so you decide you weren't finished. But I know you, and I know you were fucking finished.
Finished. When is that art finished? When you quit. All right? It's done when you give up on it.
Yeah, man. Let's pose the question. What was Cubism about?
Yeah. Cubism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, you're just
Communism.
getting into art, man. That's gonna be.
No, I'm finished with art, as you know.
Oh, that's
I
right.
beat
you
it.
did. You beat painting.
When you are a trailblazer such as Greg, you don't look to the past. You
Right.
don't study. He doesn't need to study cubism. He invents new forms and new
Now you're not
genres.
finished. Keep going.
He invents new genres. Does he need to look back and understand, what sort of minimalism is,
Yes, or maximism.
or maximism, or
Pinching and scrolling and closing out apps. That's
Now,
what I'm into.
what
I
I was
had
gonna
something else. I had another idea.
I see this. See, this is the devil's. This is the greatest trick the devil ever played.
What?
And that's you convincing me I've interrupted you, when in reality I don't get to finish what I was gonna say.
No, you've been
the
talking for a
beat.
while, man.
You're the beat. You lay the backtrack, and then we come in and we lay out tracks on top of it.
I know I've been talking.
We
for a
collect the
while.
awards, though.
Yes,
We'd be
fine.
up there like, I'd like to thank this and this, them and
yeah.
them.
Fine.
Shout out to my favorite deli. And oh, yeah, Brendan.
yeah.
Good night, but they
fine.
cut us
Collect
off
the
long
awards,
before
but
then.
let me say the business.
we
In
have-
addition to the limited edition hats, if you miss out on the run of hats, that's okay, because I want you guys all to know that very soon we will be having some really fantastic merch. And the reason that we have not pumped out merch at the rate some other podcasts do is because it's important to all three of us that we are selling you shirts that we would wear.
High quality.
Cool,
That I have
good-looking
designed.
shirts.
Designed by who?
I mean,
By
it's
me.
questionable.
I designed them.
Well, I think your brother had a role in
He
it. I
threw a
think
wolf. I threw some sunglasses on it. That's a Stone collaboration. It's a remix. I remixed them.
But we will soon be having some announcements about additional merch. So
I'm
if
the
you miss
art
out,
monarch.
if you
I'm the art monarch.
so if you miss out on the hats, have no fear. We will soon be having some high quality merch.
If you PayPal me
for you.
$200, I'll paint you a picture.
For how much? 200?
$5,000.
No, I'm done. I'm done pushing your side businesses, okay? Because I got burnt. I got burnt on the fucking boxes.
Which one?
The boxes.
How'd you get
okay?
burnt?
Because they all blamed the three of us when you were the
Oh,
fucking.
we need to speak on this. I apologize. Emergency meeting. Anyone who complains about the boxes clearly is not a fan, clearly does not understand what happened. Anyone who got a box got way more than they paid for. They got $20. They got a hand-designed shirt. They got a poem. They got a self-portrait. Someone got a digital iPod. Someone got a camera.
Someone got a GoPro.
Someone got a GoPro. There was like thousands of dollars
Yeah.
and garbage in my room that I was dumping in these boxes. All very much worth way more than the $20. Mystery box, candy, dirt, racial slurs written on a piece of paper. That's
yeah,
what they
that
got.
was great.
I
A
don't.
racial slur in a glass jar filled with dirt.
Yes.
Come on, that's pretty.
Bury your racism.
I don't think-
that was the art.
Bury your racist.
I don't think anyone's complaint was with what they received in the box. I think the majority of Greg's privately curated box complaints was that, hey man, I paid you $20 like a year and a half ago. Am I ever gonna get a box?
Art has no time limits.
In my
Right?
defense, no. Yes, absolutely. As the art monarch, I will say you're right.
Isn't that what? That's
Can
what
I
chapter
ask
one.
you- one-
Look,
What are
that's
you-
what chapter one's about.
Yeah.
You never read Greg's book, The Art Monarch?
the monarchy?
Why do you both not know how to say monarch?
I don't, because
I'm thrown
this
to-
motherfucker doesn't get art.
This motherfucker don't
Because
get art.
art knows no bounds, man.
Yeah, man.
You could say monarch however you want. You say it in the traditional, the Gregorian way.
Yeah.
Monarch. But
I'm saying monarch. Art is in the word.
Well, that part you
Monarch.
said it right this time.
Monarch.
You both were saying monarch for something
Yes.
weird.
Back to the question at hand. I apologize. No one who paid complained. Only people who didn't pay complained. They were, well, I guess those aren't going out because they're taking so long. Anyone who actually bought one, because they got a full letter that said this could take up to 50 years. I told them, I say, art is not to be pushed. I will do this as time. It took a year, about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 9 months. They all got them. They were all very happy. Everyone. I didn't get one complaint. And no one who got a box had a problem with it. Only the outsiders. It's like these fucking libtards. You know what I mean? They don't know what's going on. They're just complaining about shit they don't know about.
I retract my complaint then. I retract my complaint. If no one complained, then I retract my complaint. And I will say, go ahead with your various side businesses.
Well, I got to get into gross, and we're going to talk about that later.
You know, I've heard about gross. I don't know about it.
Well, we'll get into it when we have to talk about this. Jason
Okay, so
Signs
let
thing.
me quick.
and then I had an idea.
And Anthony has an idea.
Okay.
Of course.
So-
We'll get into. I can't wait.
This is we've been having some fun. Obviously, Greg's art is a serious matter, but this is It's obviously fucking real art, you know. Probably be in a museum someday.
Yeah, the Museum of
Fucking-
Instagram.
As man, fucking.
Where do you want it? A
Microsoft
museum that can burn
Paint.
down,
I didn't even know they made Microsoft Paint.
or
Interesting.
art on Instagram, which is forever.
Right. No one could break in.
No, you can't.
Yeah, foolproof.
Did you see the sunrises I draw? I draw so many sunrises.
Foolproof. They lost a fucking 700,000 songs and photographs from MySpace.
Who?
This year, or 10 million or something.
They just lost
this
songs?
week. Yeah, turns out MySpace is still going. And
Yeah,
they lost.
I'm hot in the MySpace.
They lost everything.
Really?
Yeah, they lost if you uploaded something more than 5 years ago, they lost it.
Oh, that's why you have to record it, your voice into a tape recorder.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
MySpace, they tried to make a comeback. What was that?
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake. I think
Sure.
that was 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Weren't they going to be like a thing for artists? Like that was going to be their big push, that they were going to be this like hub for entertainers.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's kind of shitty about MySpace, and I don't know why they weren't quite able to harness it and have the success Facebook did. MySpace made the careers of a shitload of bands. Like MySpace was huge for music and for Dane Cook
Yeah.
and people like that. Like
Yeah.
MySpace.
I wouldn't
made,
have a career if not for MySpace.
MySpace made a lot of celebrities, but it somehow they weren't smart enough to monetize in the same way Facebook.
Well,
did.
the big problem was that they allowed people too much control, and everyone started putting unicorns and dazzly songs on their pages, and people went, "This is gross." And then Facebook was more like, "We don't give you as much control," and people like to be controlled. Like Loki said, they demand. People need to be ruled over. And in my new book, The Monarchy, I get into
This is a
this.
follow up to the Art Monarch.
Yeah, well, it's the art of ruling over people.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen,
Okay, yeah.
this is unprecedented. Our friend, a friend of the show, friend of us in life, fantastic comedian. We've mentioned him before. Jason Saenz, Saenz, had a horrible accident prior to at the end of last year, and the medical bills are fucking piling up. It's not good. The guy's the best. The medical system in this country is fucked. But anyway,
Let's not go there, Brendan.
Right, there's
so-
a tremendous.
I'm with you. That's in the monarchy as well.
There's
Medical
a
bills I get
tremendous
into.
benefit coming up. 3 cities, 3 shows. The show here in New York is actually going to be hosted by your very own Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito. It's going to be fantastic. So let me just go through this real quick. These are phenomenal. Not only is this for a good cause, but these are really actually fucking tremendous comedy lineups, guys. So if you're in LA, New York, or DC or anywhere nearby, I would can't recommend enough going to these shows. So Monday, April 1st in LA at the Regent Theater. Doors at 7, shows at 8. We've got fucking, I'm not going to go through the whole lineup because it's huge, but Rory Scovel, Jermaine Fowler, fucking Nick Vatterott, Sashir Zamata, Jeff Ross. I mean, the list goes on and on. Okay, and then in New York, same day, Monday, April 1st, hosted by Anthony DeVito and Greg Stone at Arlene's Grocery. Doors at 8, show at 9, $20 at the door. Again, fucking killer lineup. Gethard's going to be there. Sean Patton, Jordan Temple, Rami Youssef, Dan St. Germain, Noah Garden Schwartz. Also, man, just a fucking murderer's row of comedians. So
Let me add to this real quick. There are very limited tickets to the New York one. There's only about 100 seats. So if you want to get on those quick. The LA is going to be a bigger venue. If you are in LA, I really suggest buying those tickets ahead of time in the LA venue. There's going to have a ton of drop-ins because I had that meeting. We had a meeting of kind of like whatever. There's some people that they can't confirm, but we're 90% sure they're going to be there. The LA show, the
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke's going to be there. He's going to be selling his swag. And the New York show also. Dude, give money because if you can't go, give money because we've lost so many comedians this year. A lot of people have died, and I'm gonna be honest, man. This one's still alive. He needs our fucking help.
Okay.
It's time to reach out. It's time to reach out to Jason. Jason Signs, he's going through a lot of rehab, spinal injury. It's pretty fucked up, and we love that guy. So please donate money or go to the LA show or go to the New York show or go to the DC show.
Let me ask you this, because maybe I'm looking at a dated flyer. What do you know where they can pre-buy tickets? Because these flyers are saying tickets at the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, oh boy.
So Google it, or you know what? Because after I go through the DC show, I'm going to give you the details on the GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
And you'll see if there is a way to pre-buy, it'll be on the GoFundMe page.
Yeah, go to the GoFundMe. That's really where all the information is going to be.
There's somewhere, because Nick Turner is heavily involved in this, one of Jason's best friends. And I think on his Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, he's put up a link to a place where you can buy online. So if you follow Nick Turner, just go there, and I think he'll usher you along the way as to where you can get tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, but also it's really the everything's on the GoFundMe.
Okay,
as
so
well.
I'm gonna get.
Yeah, just do that.
That or Nick Turner. But I think first stop, if it's not on the GoFundMe, which I don't see it not being. We could figure. We should have had this. I should have prepared.
No, because I have the GoFundMe prepared, so we'll give you the GoFundMe.
If it's not a GoFundMe, talk to Nick Turner.
Yeah. So and then if you're in the DC area, which I know actually between these three areas,
that's true.
Most of our fans are probably in the DC area. The show is actually Wednesday, April 3rd at the Source Theater. $25 at the door, $20 pre-sale. I'm just looking at it. A bunch of fucking great comedians on there. It's going to be fantastic. And that's actually Jason's hometown. Now, the GoFundMe, what you want to do is Google Jason Signs, SAENZ, Recovery Fund. Jason Signs Recovery Fund, and that'll take you to his GoFundMe, where I got to imagine all the information will be there.
Also follow hashtag Signs Minds, SAENZ, SPINZ or easy?
SPINEZ.
Easy.
This is a guy we all care very deeply about. He's going through it. He's fighting, and he's fighting a good fight, and he's putting up a good fight, and that takes money in our medical system. So anything
That's why
you could
Beto's
do,
going to be there.
anything you could do helps, and I don't know. We just love this guy. So go to those shows. If you can't go to those shows, donate some money. If you can't donate money, send out some good thoughts, some prayers, whatever you believe in.
Also, if you donate to the Patreon, we're going to be. Did we say this last week? Did we say this?
What?
Are we going to be giving money from the Patreon?
Yeah, but let's we will probably be donating from the Patreon.
Probably, maybe not though.
No, I think
No, we are.
we are.
I didn't want to say it on air and then all of a sudden be like, wait, and then you guys go, dude, I need to
No,
pay
we
rent.
are.
All right.
Now,
All the sticker money goes to them. By the way, all the money that people are buying. I only sold 2 stickers, $10. But all the stickers that I was selling was going to go to the Jason Signs Fund as well.
Oh, great.
But none of the hat money.
Yeah, the hat money. The hat thing is strictly hat related.
Strictly to our pockets and our wealth.
Now, this brings us to the point of today's podcast, okay? We received some of the worst news anyone can ever receive.
You're talking about that cyclone?
No, Anthony.
I don't think. Yeah.
I'm not talking about that cyclone.
That cyclone was bad, though.
Yeah.
A lot of Asian people are lost. Tita, I can't find her.
She's whirling around.
Even worse than a cyclone, Anthony.
Are you talking about they fired Bill Maher?
No, they never will. The day they fire Bill Maher, I'll cut my throat. I'm a Mar man. Mar man.
I think in 200, however many episodes we've ever done, that might be the craziest thing you've ever said.
My art just came in my head. I'm gonna get on it. Draw a picture. This is the rad dudes. Get on this. Draw a picture. Bill Maher, half man, half mermaid. Mar man. Hashtag Mar man. We gotta get that going.
That's funny.
Save Mar, or I'll cut my throat.
So funny.
Brendan doesn't seem to be having a good time with us having a good
Well,
time.
no, I'm mentally
What's up, man?
bungled.
A mental bungle.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Can't be having a mental
Because
bungle,
I was
man.
thinking of Marman, and then I was going, I think that's wrong. I think that would just be Bill Maher. I think you've just combined both the man halves.
Merman is
Half Mer.
half mer, half man.
Right.
Yes.
But this is a half mer, half marman.
It's a half Mar, half man.
Which
Yeah.
is full man.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's like real smug about what's going on in the ocean.
So pick your side. Draw half a picture. Draw a picture of half man, half mermaid, Marman,
Yeah.
or half Bill Maher. His bottom half also Bill Maher. So you
No.
got two heads, like a boomerang Bill Maher.
I think we need a marmaid.
That's a third option.
Marmaid is what you want.
What's that? Like a maid? Bill
That's
Maher dresses
Bill
Bill
Maher
Maher.
top, mermaid bottom.
Or
Yeah, all right.
that's option. Now option 4 is Bill Maher in a sexy little cleanup outfit. That's Marmaid. You know, where his panties are showing.
Like that.
That's made. So, how do you spell mermaid? M-A-D-E? No, they're both spelled M-A-I-D. Shit. So how are they going to determine which marmaid they're drawing?
We don't
The
determine
sexy
art.
French?
Art
No,
determines
man. We
itself.
let art be whatever it wants to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, anyway, the
Monarchy.
news I was going to bring up was worse than any of this.
What?
Hang on, though. Cool. I think we missed over something. The idea of the marmaid, that what he acts like in the ocean.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Tell us of
yeah,
this.
like him. You know, these his like big beef with seahorses, stuff like that. I think that was an area that let's not run too fast.
Yeah.
like because we want to stay some places.
Yeah.
We'll continue for now, but you know what I mean.
But blah, blah,
Let's
blah,
be on the ball.
Blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 fucking God is, humans don't exist. I can't do it.
No. Yeah, we don't have to do it now because we missed the momentum.
I tried.
If you
It
thought
was great.
If you thought you hadn't already heard enough from humpback whales this week, they're at it again.
Right.
And I'm not happy. What were they saying, Bill? Well, they just want to be treated like fucking normal people.
Yeah.
Fucking Bill Maher.
You don't like him?
Like him. I hate him.
You hate him?
Yeah.
Do you really?
No, I like Bill Maher.
Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Bill Maher.
That guy loves me. What I like, that's one of my atheist friends. Atheist Miss. Are we celebrating that? Christmas for atheism?
That's
you
just
get-
Christmas, man.
It's White People President's Day. Black People President's Day is Rosh Hashanah. Or not Rosh Hashanah. What's the one?
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Definitely not Rosh Hashanah.
What's Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh
Rosh
Hashanah
Hashanah
is
is Jewish New Year.
holiday.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe Rosh
Or maybe
Hashanah
not New
was
Year,
the
but-
Jewish girl in that Quentin Tarantino movie. Rosh Hashanah, remember? And then he kills her.
You're talking about Kill Bill?
No, Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
Shoshana.
Shoshana.
I messed
Yeah.
that up.
You know what's weird?
What? I think I'm the only one who gets me.
That, my friend, is a very common sentiment in the mental hospital. As a guy who's been in the mental hospital, there are a lot of people that say, you know what? I make sense. You all don't make sense.
Yeah, they have to open their minds.
Yeah, then they just like, it's just me and Brian. And
Yeah.
Brian is just a broom.
Yeah. The problem's not me. The problem's the world, man.
Before we got sidetracked with Mar made, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say there was a comment made
Ah, yes.
that was
why we're here.
It's why we came in today. We were going to quit the Rad Dudecast, but a guy
I did quit, but
went out
Amanda
of his
made
way.
me show up.
Her name's not Amanda. It's
I know, but this is a
Becky.
fun bit I'm doing with her.
Is it fun?
I can't tell.
To disrespect.
It's not disrespect. It's like a fun thing we have.
It's not fun to me.
I'll take care of it in the assignment.
Okay, great. Yeah, good. Yeah, see, you're fucked now.
Are you gonna give me more homework?
Yeah, more
Yep.
homework.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
boy.
happened. It's like the guy that throws pebbles at the teacher.
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
What'd you go to
That, I mean,
school
like, you really went to school in old Ireland. They threw pebbles at the teacher.
They were always throwing. There was always.
Hey.
Hey, I can't do an Irish accent. I've always wished I could.
Oh, I got
You can do it. I've heard you do it on a number of
It
occasions.
only happens by accident.
Yeah, it's really got to be in the moment.
Shoshona.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Now
I'm going to Scotland
somebody
this- I'm going to
attacked Greg.
Someone
Yeah.
insulted me.
Vicious.
A vicious attack was made on Greg, and we won't do the
No.
justice of repeating it or saying where you can find it or anything of that nature.
Do I get to talk about it, or you talk about it?
What? I'm setting you up.
This
a
is
guy
my-
can't set you up for Greg
can.
Appreciation Day. Do you
You
think
set me up, you finish me off.
That's so funny. For Greg Appreciation Day, if Greg's just never allowed to talk during it, that's hilarious.
You're right. Okay, go ahead.
Somebody insulted me. It hurt my feelings.
That's what you demanded the floor.
Yes, because they don't understand that I'm a sensitive person.
Right.
They think that just, because I'm an on-air talent, very famous, very funny, that you can just be insulting to me.
Attractive.
And it hurt my feelings.
No one said attractive.
No one said that.
I said that.
I lost 20 pounds. Hashtag Weight Watchers. Hashtag Rad Dude Weight Loss Challenge. Hashtag Brendan's Challenge.
I'm down 2 pounds this week, but I cheated. I kind of cut weight like a wrestler. I dehydrated a little bit, so really I'm probably even.
I shaved my nether regions. Lost 4 pounds. I had a full.
I don't know that you shaved the right way.
Mine were braided like a cruise ship, like when you go on a cruise, it was all plastic beads in there, and I would shake my around and go. It would rattle around like an old maraca. That's what really gets Tita going.
4 pounds. What do you shave? What do you shave with a beard trimmer or just razor? What are you doing down there?
Scissors. I use remember
Scissors?
those scissors that. Well, I have these pair of scissors I got in 3rd grade, the safety ones, so I don't cut myself. Oh my god! And I used they're like half white, half green.
Yeah, I know those exact scissors.
Yeah.
Those things aren't gonna. Those don't cut well.
Well, they grab and then I just rip.
It's the warrior way.
Yeah, so I lost a lot of pound of weight in skin and scalp, dick scalp.
That was the rare Native American tribe people never respected.
Yeah.
They were scalping your dick.
Yeah.
That was
Can
the
you
worst.
imagine?
They are too much. For what we do is to please the mountains, but they take it too far.
Yeah, this guy insulted me, man, and it hurt my feelings for a week. I had to crawl inside a box, and I just pulled up a bottle of whiskey. I crawled inside. I didn't come out till Wednesday. And
What did you do to cope with it?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Wow, I called my friends and they didn't answer the phone.
Nah, I texted you back.
Yeah, you're hard to get in touch with, man.
Very hard.
We have to get on top of that.
Very hard. And
I need more friendship out of you.
Look, I do what I can.
I need more.
I can't give.
You got to give more. You have to prioritize.
I simply can't.
Let me. Not only that. Not only that.
There's end of discussion.
Let me.
on.
You want to know what a conversation with him is?
What?
You'll have his attention for 25 seconds. Then he starts laughing hysterically at something Julia's yelling in the background.
She's very funny.
Because the moment he gets on the phone, she starts yelling.
She's funny.
But
what do you want
why
me to do?
she gotta yell when you're on the phone?
We like to have a good time in there.
Juliet needs all of his attention, and he doesn't give me any.
Or me.
I'll tell you.
Here's the problem.
What's your day?
All my
Your
friends, I've surrounded myself with people who demand full attention at all times. And
Who?
there's just simply not
Who
enough
else?
hours.
2 people.
My mom, Julia,
Yeah.
you,
So that's the thing.
Brendan, James.
Very terrible thing to say. I'm not going to say it.
What were you going to say?
It's very terrible.
What?
I was going to say, wow, I was like, your grandmother was sick. I was like, ooh, maybe that'll free up some time for me.
Yeah. And my grandmother is 93 and she had pneumonia all week. We thought she was going to die. I was in Jersey all week
But we
visiting
didn't
her.
know. Well, as soon as I knew that, I became respectful of your time.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
you
that.
did.
Texted
Of
you
course.
twice, and
Yeah.
they were only things for you to try to lighten up the situation.
I wasn't
They weren't needy things.
mad at any of them.
Yeah.
No, we're
I was
mad at
happy
you.
to talk to you
I'm mad
guys.
at- I'm mad at
I
you.
always talk to you guys.
I didn't- no,
I
you
think
don't.
there's a misconception.
No, there's a conception, all right, that you only talk to me now on the podcast. Maybe once other time outside the podcast. I'll
Not
get a friend.
true,
I'll
man.
get a little friend from me.
Becky, bring up the records.
There is no records. Do you have records?
Not
Amanda?
yet. Maybe you could make records.
I have records.
See, thank
I
you,
absolutely
Becky.
have records of how many times Anthony texts me back. I write it down, and it's on my text. It goes blue, 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 green, blue, 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 blue. And I feel like an asshole because once he responds, I gotta hit him with everything I had to say, and then he runs away like a cat.
What system are you running that you've got blue and green? It should
Colorblind.
be either gray and green or blue and gray. Or
Oh, blue and gray. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're usually over iMessage.
All
She's right.
blue. He gets an ocean from me. I get barely a speck of steel from
Wait,
him.
well, what do you mean? I listen, I respond, I go,
You
yeah,
don't
here's my
respond.
input.
Listening is questionable.
That's not true on both, man. These are quite the accusations.
Oh, I have what Greg just said made me think of something.
What?
Apple, why can't I customize the colors my texts are coming in on?
They don't want to give you that power. I know why.
Why?
They don't want to give you that power. Apple doesn't want. Apple loves regimen. Apple loves fucking. This is the way we do it. This is the way it's done. And why? Because they follow rule number 4 of the monarchy, which is people need to be ruled over.
Mm-hmm.
And why? Why is Apple the biggest phone? Because we need to be ruled over.
Not me.
Right,
I
Becky?
need.
Right.
I'm
This
switching.
is a Becky heavy episode. This is great.
I know.
I'm switching over to the next platform that can allow me
Color coded text messaging.
I can customize the colors in which my texts arrive, go out.
You're not talking into a
background.
microphone.
I am talking. Oh, you're not even.
I can feel Becky's energy because
You're not the sound guy anymore.
But we're
I
of the
can't
sound
believe you're
breed.
back telling me this. I can't believe you're fucking back telling me this.
Hey,
35
man.
years. But yeah, why
Hey, man.
wasn't I talking into the microphone, Greg?
Brandon.
Why don't you ask yourself that?
Well, you did make people a little neurotic about the cameras.
Who did?
You.
I did?
Yeah.
Yes.
How'd I make it neurotic?
Do you see? There's a
Wait, whose side are
reason
you on?
I wasn't talking into the
Whose side are
fucking
you on?
microphone.
We're sound engineers. We need to
I'm
be
on
together.
the side of justice.
What do you mean?
And that's my
Hell
name.
yeah.
My middle
What do you
name
mean?
is
Whose
Justice.
side is she on? You called her Amanda 13 times.
That's our fun thing. We flirt.
Chapter 5. Never call a person by their real name. That's that's how
That
you gain
is
power. That is actually a
like
thing.
a real
Yeah.
Machiavellian
Yeah.
thing.
It
Like,
shows that we're having
So dumb.
Hey,
we have a thing. You don't have a
good
thing.
to meet you, Matthew.
Yeah.
like,
No, I'm Hank. What
yeah,
the
yeah,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is a real. People really do use those like laws
I
of power.
call her Amanda. She calls me Corduroy. That's our fun name thing we do. They don't have to be right. It just has to be fun.
That's pretty long.
Yeah. Well, whatever you want to call me. I just threw that out there because I wanted to not show a weakness in front of them.
Did-
Oh,
You think,
you
like-
just threw that out there, Darren's Corduroy, my only good character I've ever had.
No,
And
you
you've
don't have
given
any
it-
No, that's not true. Tough James is getting there.
No,
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Hainsborough is
I'm just
famous.
kidding. Yeah, Little Hainsborough is famous.
Arguably
He has his
the
own-
most famous. He's not
I-
good.
Let's not go there. I'm a big fan.
I'm not.
I was gonna say, do you
I hate
think like SEAL Team 6? You know how they
SEAL Team Sex, baby.
yeah.
That's a porno. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with nothing.
No, man, it's all right. They all had like code names. Do you think there was like one guy they were just like, we don't give him a code name, he's just Kevin? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they're like Chicago, go. Kentucky, you're over there. Mark, come around the corner. do you know what I mean, Brendan?
Yeah, like Mark, stay in the car.
Yeah, they all have like cool ass like American Gladiator like
Maverick,
code names,
Jazz.
and then one guy they're like, can I just be something different than Jerome? Like I was thinking,
You want to be Douglas.
Do they have code names? I didn't
would
know they
think.
had code names.
Yeah, man.
And
That's
the movies
great.
they
That's
do.
fun.
You know,
One
like
guys just
in the movies they always like they do this and then they say a code name.
They do what, Anthony? This is an audio podcast.
No, they put like their finger up to their ear.
Yeah.
well, they're holding their radio in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maverick, Goose.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, Cougar,
Phillip.
Merlin.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We can go back to whatever. I just
Zipper.
Well, those are
Fun.
those are call signs for radio call signs for fighter pilots. But yeah, you must be right. They probably have the same thing.
You know
right?
there were a ton of call signs that years progressed and someone went, yeah, man, we can't say that
You
anymore.
can't.
Oh, that's
Can't
really
be
funny.
Zipperhead.
Yeah, we are gonna have to do away with Oriental Jack. Times are a changing.
Listen, listen.
We're questioning midnight. We don't know why you're calling yourself
Yeah,
midnight,
it-
but I don't like what you've been doing after hours.
Appears that Blacktop has only been given to the African American pilots.
You have served well and admirably, Chink Destroyer. But it's time for a name change. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just we feel it might be a little too on the nose.
The media, they're getting in here, these kind of things.
Yeah.
It's literally written on your helmet.
Yeah, we're
It
gonna
could be
scale it down to Yellow Killer.
Winnie the Pooh, you're fine. Tigger, you got other put some more ink on that helmet. Starting to fade. We just want to let you know.
That's great.
It must be funny because like the military is so big. It must be to the point now where like all the good ones are taken.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I want to be Falcon. You can't be Falcon.
No.
Like, okay, I'll be Cougar. Cool, you're not Cougar.
They're like Twitter handles.
I'll be
Yeah.
Iceman. Oh, you think you'll be Iceman was taken 75
You
years
think you're
ago.
gonna be Iceman?
Yeah.
I'll be I guess I'm sexy Danny 747.
Yeah. Dirty slut 69
Yeah.
apostrophe. Yes, we're coming in high. He's dead now.
Yeah, man. I guess I'm the paper mache kid.
Yeah, I guess I'm little weak mouse 4.
I didn't want to be daddy's girl, but here we are.
Here we are. I'll say this though, I do believe that I think in your regimen I think it only goes to your regimen. So I think you have like, if there's 8 guys in your regimen, then you can have free range in the names. So you just have to beat the other 7 guys. I don't think it's like across the board. I say this based on nothing. But I think it's true.
I think it's
I
true.
don't know,
Well,
man. Yeah, I think that's true.
It's not forever. It would be whoever. I don't know if regiment is the right word, but you're right. Whoever you're in radio contact. with.
Yeah.
Whoever, so whatever that is.
They're not like, hey,
yeah.
Maverick, and then some guy from the 80s is getting a phone call like, oh, man, like I'm sleeping.
Yeah. I'm dead. I've been dead I was killed back in the first Afghanistan conflict, back when we were on the side of the Afghanis. You know, the whole Rambo deal.
Yeah, it'd be funny if it was like a liquor license where it had to be handed down from the previous owner.
Yeah, Maverick's son.
Yeah, or Maverick meets you and he's just like, I mean, you can't be Maverick. You know, it's just like, no way. You're not passing the torch to you.
Well, that's the thing, right? How many guys pick the coolest name?
Of course.
You know, like Ice Tiger.
Of
It's like,
course.
yeah, man, you're just the guy with the lights on the thing waving people on.
You're an air
You
traffic
can't-
controller.
Yeah, air traffic controller.
Yeah.
You don't get to be.
You don't get a nickname.
Yeah,
I
no.
love the idea of those guys making up their own nickname system, and like the fighter pilots and the officers being like, just let them. Like they don't.
Yeah,
know.
he's having
They,
fun. They're
they,
having their
they
fun.
don't know that
Yeah.
they don't need that, and they're like those guys.
It's like
are
when a little kid thinks they're a dragon. It's like, sure, he's
those
having a
guys
great time.
are like
Yeah.
talking to each other, like, man, that was cool what you did out there today, Merlin. Like, thanks, Cobra.
Yeah.
It's like,
Fucking dorks.
you guys don't even have a radio, man. You're fucking Terrence.
I'd be, you know who I'd be? Right on my helmet, Maher man. You know, and I'd be pushing my.
Push that Marman agenda.
My agenda, man. Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Well, that was the thing. We wrote this like when we were on the break and when Trump appointed the Space Force.
Yeah.
And we thought of like just everyone at the bar, and then when like the guys from the Space Force show up and how they're just like the lowest rung of military officer, and every single person shits on them there.
Wait, but when they'd be high, wouldn't they?
I don't know, man. Dude, the Space Force, I feel like in terms of like if you're a Navy SEAL,
You're not getting allowed.
you're a Marine, you're not getting laid in the Space Force.
Well, the thing about like I love astronauts. I'm very
Right.
fascinated by astronauts.
You came in with that
space.
fact today.
Yeah, I love all that shit. But what's so funny about astronauts is it's so amazing what they did,
Right.
what they've done, but also in the scheme of things, such an incredible failure. They've made it such a short distance away from Earth in terms of how big space is.
Oh,
Like,
right,
you know how
right.
close
Yeah,
the
it's
moon
funny.
is to Earth
Right.
compared to the vastness of space? Like,
Yeah.
they've gone nowhere.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the reason astronauts have essentially stopped, I mean, they still go to the International Space Station, is because they've realized, like, well, we can only really make it to the moon.
Right.
And there's nothing in between there and the moon. There is rocks, and in between there is some satellites and nothing. So there's nothing for us to do.
Yeah, it's like when I jumped in the pool. I don't go to the deep end. I just kind of jump onto the side.
Yeah.
Just kind of hold
Yeah.
on. This is as far as I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't want to drown. We're
Yeah,
okay here. We're safe here.
Exactly, except make the pool 10 million miles long.
Yeah.
And that's the like equivalent of space and how far we've gone.
Yeah, I wonder after a certain while as an astronaut, I don't know how many trips you do, but after a certain while where you're like, I think I'm over it. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure the first time you're like, this is beautiful, this is crazy, there's nothing, beyond my wildest whatever. But, 20, 50 times of anything, it just becomes so routine. And you're like, well, there's nothing to do out here.
Well, no one's done, I don't think, 50 times, but there are.
Because then your brain gets like mushy.
There's people that have spent a long time in space. I mean, a year plus on the space station, which is pretty incredible. And they come down.
They come back and they're like
all weak, yeah,
right. And then they're like, space is my home, and I don't understand this place anymore.
Yeah.
That's like a fun place to be. You know,
He looks at his wife and he goes, "I need space." And she goes,
Yeah.
"What's going on?" He goes, "No, not space. I need to go back to space and space. I need space and space."
and the best way for me to get space.
Yeah. I got to say this also. This is just another tip. I don't think that we should consider today. We're at 48 minutes. I don't really want to consider today's episode Greg Appreciation Day because there really wasn't that many compliments.
Okay, there weren't enough.
but wait, but to be fair, as the greatest gift to you is allowing you to be a martyr. So I think this is the ultimate way to appreciate
I get to
you.
get 12 minutes to tell you that how you guys failed me as friends.
Yep.
That is a good gift.
I think that is your favorite thing in the world. I'm willing to take how I don't text you enough for the next 12 minutes from the both of you.
You don't text me enough.
Greg,
That's the truth.
Do you think?
I just want to know how you are doing. I want you to come over and watch a movie.
This
What?
is something I've been thinking
A movie
about.
that I've already seen and I love, and I get to watch you enjoy it.
Do you think like?
Sounds like a great time.
I think it's interesting because there's like.
I go, look at this part, Anthony. Sorry. And this next part you're going to love. Sorry, Brendan. I just have more on that. That'll be my dream. Anthony, hang on. Wait. Check this out. Ooh, what'd you think? And then you go, I loved it. I loved it. Everything you're presenting me, I love.
Do you think? I want your opinion on this.
All
Greg.
right.
I was thinking about this the other day. So there's like 2 routes to becoming an astronaut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You could be a science genius.
Yeah.
You could be like the best scientist.
Oh, yeah.
So like a nerd.
Yeah.
Or you can be the best fighter pilot.
Yeah.
So like
You need
do
both to run a ship correctly.
Yeah. So you
You
get
need
those
the scared
those are
nerd
the,
and the hot jock pilot
Yeah,
guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you think they like bully? Do you think the pilot guys just boss them around?
Smashing his face into the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah, they're like in midair and like his like
Shut up, pussy.
yeah.
You know?
He's like, yeah.
we're burning up.
I'm pushing it harder. Yeah, that's the combination you want in a spaceship.
Yeah, dude.
You need Will Smith and you need my man.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name?
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I'm not good with grabbing. That's what sucks. That's why I'm not a good comedian. I can't grab. You know, from the air. People can
Right.
grab. I'm not good at grabbing. But I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't grab the
Yeah,
name.
but it's more fun to listen to what you're trying to grab. That's way more fun for you when you just say a bunch of words and then you get to string together what you were trying to do.
My comedy, you really have to figure it out.
Yeah.
That sucks. Anyway, Brendan, you're on your phone having a good time?
Well, I'm getting something set up.
Oh, nice.
I'm getting something set up for us.
Oh, I did want to,
Rocket
before we go, I wanted to give a shout out to Johan, this bartender at
Sebastian Bach.
this bartender at this place. I think it was like Wolf and Deer in Brooklyn. He's a huge fan of the podcast.
Nice.
I was just doing a bar show there, and he was like, "Hey, I don't want to be weird, but like I'm a giant fan of your podcast." Which was like very cool.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
he
Is he
said
the Greg guy?
'cause he was a Greg guy.
No,
actually.
come on.
No, I swear to God, because
Don't say that to Anthony.
what? I'm
Why
Anthony.
You say no. I'm saying if you're a Greg guy,
Yeah.
just tell me in secret. I don't want to know if you're a Brendan guy. I don't want to know if you're an Anthony guy because I used to have this aunt who would come up to me and she'd go, "You're my favorite." It made me feel so bad.
But why have you? Why do we have to do this? Why can't they just be all 3 of our guys?
Well, they are all 3 of our guys. They love all of us.
Okay.
But like, if you're like a Brendan guy, go up to Brendan and tell
Well,
him.
because I'll tell you why. Because Greg did this goddamn solo episode where he did radio call-ins, and every person would call in, and they would be like, "First time talker, long time listener. I'm a Brendan guy."
the whole episode.
which was like really funny. But from then forward, fans think it's very funny to say if they're an Anthony guy, a Brendan guy, or a Greg guy. That's why this is happening.
Oh, I got to give a gift to Greg, and then I want to play these two fans remix
Only 8
the
minutes.
drug song.
We're going to the drug songs. I got no compliments. We have 8 minutes left.
I'm giving you a compliment, but
all right.
these guys put a lot of work into this, and I do think it should be not on the Patreon episode.
oh yeah.
Yeah, for
Just to-
sure.
But also-
and they're good.
I'd also like to say is we could also do a thing which I wish because I'm not producing anymore. Maybe I mean blah blah blah. I like. Well, we used to be. I don't want to play them right here. We end the episode. We give the file to Becky, and we end the episode. We play it out.
No, because I want you guys talking about it because they're both way better than I thought.
Oh, okay.
They're crazy. They're good.
All right.
But this is my gift to Greg. Stop fucking calling him Grog.
No, don't.
It's not funny.
We have to edit that out.
Why?
Because what do you think's going to happen? I'm
Well,
not yelling
fuck
at
them.
you.
Fuck them then. Then we know they're bad.
Once they say grog, once you tell them no, they're going to just double down on it.
Yeah, well, then if they do that, then they're out. Because he doesn't like to be called Grog.
Nah, man, we need their money.
We do need that. No, that one guy who left that comment on Patreon, I was going to delete him. I don't need his money. And I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I was going to delete him.
Oh, I knocked over a cactus. Not good. Not good.
So yeah, we're doing this Greg appreciation episode, all because a guy sent a mean comment to Greg on the Patreon page,
and I think he deleted it.
He's been mad all week, and the guy probably deleted it, and he felt bad.
Oh, it made me furious.
So
it made me furious. It made me sad.
Anthony, will you put on your headphones?
No.
Please, I'd like you to hear this, man.
Doesn't it hurt your feelings
What?
when someone says that's what I want to just.
When someone says like a mean thing
Well, that's the
about
thing
me
is
on the internet?
When people say things on the internet, like you can usually ignore it, but then if you're a Patreon subscriber, that means like you're one of us and you like the things we do, and then you say something shitty, and I go, yeah, man, what do you want me to do with this? You know, like your job. I don't go to your job and just go, you're a piece of shit. You know, like, yeah, I want to do comedy, but I don't want anyone to be mean to me. It's very, whatever. They're probably meaner now because I said this.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
But they don't see. It's funny. It's a sign of getting bigger. They don't see us as people. They see us as gods.
But if you're if you're lashing out though, that means you're hurting on the inside, and then I feel bad that you're hurting.
It's a clear sign of Brendan's mental illness.
Yeah.
So this is this one is this remix. No one's done the Kikkoman soy sauce remix, but this is by.
Can I say what I think?
Why?
Because I think it's very funny on its own. That I think it's hard to top.
Well, I only take that as the reverse, which is the drugs is not very funny on its own, but whatever.
Hey, maybe that's how I meant it.
The first one is on Instagram at not Carlos Delgado on Instagram, and this is a remix of drugs. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I was never able to do this.
It's the 10 crack commandments, bruh.
Whoa! This is great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Drugs, don't do it. Drugs, they're dangerous. Drugs, just say no. Drugs, they feel so good.
Wow.
They'll wreck your life. Drugs, they can cause problems
This
in
comes
your
back
marriage.
to what I was saying.
Drugs, you got to try them.
The producer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marijuana, mushroom, cocaine, Vicodin, Klonopin, Xanax, heroin, basically any benzodiazepine, MDMA, Percocet, MDMA, Percocet, MDMA, Percocet, Percocet.
I would say this. One,
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible. We need to play that at the end of the episode so people can then also make music videos. But this goes back to what I was saying. The words barely mean anything.
Exactly.
You know,
the words
the
were
guy
horrible.
put you over on
Right.
something you said on the car ride over.
Exactly. That's what it proves your
Wow.
point. Now
That was
this
great.
guy, and I thought that couldn't be topped. And I'm not saying I'm not comparing or anything like that.
Or be equal to.
Or but so this guy,
I got to get a beat machine, man.
this guy is
My art calls for it.
PCAMKY on
PCMKAY.
PCAMKY on
I might do the next episode with the headphones in. This is all right.
I'm going to smash your fucking nose.
So this is
There's a machine where they're printing shirts. I'm going to put your head in it. I'm going to print your head into someone's shirt and sell it to
love it.
somebody for
I can't
$20.
fit there.
so
I'm going to crush it down.
So this guy, wait till you hear this fucking guy.
right.
This is crazy. This song,
right.
you're absolutely
Who is
right.
this?
This is PCAMK on
PCAMK.
Instagram.
This is called drugs. This is called drugs. This is called drugs. This is called drugs. Wanna get the highest. 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 This is called. Wanna get the highest.
Yeah, wow.
Wanna get the highest.
So good.
Called drugs. Wanna get the highest. D. Tylenol 3 if you're in the jam. Heroin.
You forgot heroin.
Don't shoot it at first, at least. Opium, synthetic opium, LSD, hashish, crystal meth, angel dust, otherwise known as PCP. Mescaline.
Oh,
This guy's so good.
That was unbelievable.
shit, yeah,
That's a hit song.
yeah, man. I don't understand.
That could
like,
be on the radio.
What do we do now?
We put it out. And
We
take
have
all
a
the
hit.
money. We sell that on the Patreon to people, and we give no respect to the guy who made it.
But this is what we need to now become a podcast where we just each bring
Wow.
poems every week and tell them to make
Why don't
songs.
I have all those poems? Why
You've
is
got
no one
millions
doing
of poems.
any of my poems?
So you got to do more of them on air.
Oh,
We don't-
can we open it up? Can I do one last one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Greg Appreciation Day. You know I got them on ready.
So Greg has a poem. We're gonna as he reads this, me and Anthony will have complete silence. Cut this out. Make it. Oh, here's the problem, Greg.
What?
Here's the problem.
What?
While you're reading it, record it on your phone because I had to send those two guys the file.
Why
Yeah, I
don't
can
you
record it
go?
again.
Why don't you go to the bathroom and?
No, I could just do it off air. I can read it to you now, but then
Yeah,
I'll
but
read
off
it off
air.
Oh,
Yeah,
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 okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, let me get my poetry cooking. We don't have enough time.
How about plugs while you look for it?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, smart, Becky.
That's why she's so smart.
I'm recording my album this week.
This is called drugs. That was awesome.
That was awesome,
Yeah, that was
right?
incredible.
March 28th through the 31st. Come Saturday night, first show if you want to really be on the album at Go Bananas in Cincinnati, and then first week of April, I'll be in Oklahoma City at the Looney Bin. Second week of April, I'll be at the Looney Bin in Little Rock, Arkansas. You can get tickets at the websites for those clubs. Come out. Also, I love Greg.
Yeah, man. Make sure you go see Brendan for his album taping at
you.
Go Bananas. It's a great club, and those things are hard to make. So
Are they?
yeah, in
What's
the
hard to
sense
make?
of like, there's some pressure, and you want it to go perfectly.
Very
and
nervous.
For Anthony, it's hard because he doesn't bring the kind of charisma you and I bring. The kill factor, as they say.
Yeah, I rely on great jokes.
Yeah, that's why you fail. I do a lot of singing, dancing, and going in people's pocketbooks.
That is part of the Greg show experience. Dates. March 28th through the 30th, I'll be at Woo Ha Ha Comedy Club in Worcester, Mass. And then April 3rd, I'll be at the Berlin Lounge in Troy, New York. And then April, hang on a sec.
You should have been ready.
I'm getting there, man.
I'll be in Scotland this weekend at the Stand for the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
That's gonna be
So
incredible.
everybody wants to go to that.
Man, if I were you, I interrupt you. Say the plug, but I was going to do an additional plug on your plug.
No, but I got my poem when we're done.
Okay,
I'll read it at the done of the plugs.
What I would do is I would check out Greg at the Stand in Glasgow, but better yet, if you can afford it, you'll get a better show on the plane ride there. Because that is a long plane ride, and he is going to get fucked up.
Yeah, and scared.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
I
gonna
had
make it.
a
It's gonna be
couple
fine.
more. Oh, yeah. Make sure you go to the Jason Steins benefit April 1st.
Yeah.
At Arlene's Grocery. Greg and I are hosting. And then April 11th through the 13th, I'll be at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida.
And check out the other podcasts on Remember to Be Happy Studios. There's Eli Sayers has a great podcast. Becky, what's that called?
It's Eli Sayers, The Roast Ghost.
And then there's a fantastic streetwear podcast. If you like streetwear, which I do, I got some new Air Maxes out there today. That's the Sup
All right.
podcast.
Yep, that's right.
And then there's one more, right?
To be released.
Okay.
GBH.
Yes, TBR.
I can only find one. Is that okay?
Yes.
It's not my favorite, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This one. This is from my main man, Orthodox. That's also me. As you mainline that glass of wine and glare into what's left of time, your loved ones call you less. You fall down to the sins of the flesh. 23 days, 36 hours. Who's counting? I am.
All right, so Greg's gonna record that
That's one of my
separately into an audio file. Those of you guys that make beats, reach out at the Rad Dudecast. We'll send you the audio file.
Yeah. Also, my man Chris SOS, man, you're slacking, and I know you're the biggest beat man in my life. I need you to come through on this. That's my beat man. That's my man. I go to it for beats.
This episode of the Rad Dudecast was recorded at Remember to Be Happy Studios. Production by Becky Rodriguez at Human Places, the EZA 3, with video editing by Tanner Williams, Low Kinky 69.